Might help if I put the right headset on. Good morning, Spud Country. From the Runestone Community Center in Alexandria, Minnesota, we are live. Welcome to Regional Semi-Tournament action. Quick recap of the day yesterday. In the top half of the bracket, Coon Rapids Champlain took on Moorhead and fell by a final of 9-2. In the noon game, Centennial Spring Lake Park and Duluth did battled. Centennial Spring Lake Park took the victory in that one by a final of 6-1 to advance to take on Moorhead in this game today. 2 p.m. action. Brainerd and Northern Tier took to the ice. Brainerd took the victory there. Grand Rapids and Elk River fought later, and Grand Rapids advanced. In consolation bracket this morning, Coon Rapids and Duluth did battle. Coon Rapids is the one to advance to the later on game tonight. I cannot talk today. Figure this is a good way to get things warmed up so I can actually be able to talk later on. Second game of the day was between Brainerd and Grand Rapids. Brainerd is the victor by a final of 3-1 over Grand Rapids to advance to the championship game tomorrow at 9 a.m. This will be the third game of the day between Moorhead and Centennial in Spring Lake Park. Northern Tier and Elk River will be battling it out at 2 p.m. for their spots to advance to the Consolation Championship and the chance to come back around and take the number 2 seed into state. Warm-ups are complete. Pucks are being picked up.
Welcome, hockey fans, to the Alexandria U15B Region Tournament. Starting for Centennial, number 1, Haley Breyer. Number 2, Alyssa Lee. Number 3, Ashlyn Nemian. Number 4, Kristen Robbins. Number 5, Jane Romaker. Number 6, Taylor Young. Number 7, Chloe Rowe. Number 8, Brooklyn Nemian. Number 9, Ingrid Baldwin. Number 10, Ivory Valella. Number 12,
So introductions are complete. I will get you a starting lineup here as soon as I get to see who hits the ice to start. Moorhead takes to their final lap. Centennial Spring Lake Park heads to their bench. I can't see who is left and right, but it'll be number 9, Ingrid Wilkin, centering it up. Number 5, Jane Romaker, and number 12, Lillian Peltier, back on the blue line, and back in net is going to be number 30, Nadia Spurl. For your Moorhead Spuds, left and right, number 2, Alexis Strand, number 3, Molly Hockett. Centering it up is going to be number 4, Kate Shirley. On the blue line to start is going to be number 8, Haley Swenson, and number 5, Mari Lovejoy. And in net for the Spuds from Lakeville, number 30, Dakota Kotke. Puck's taken down into the Moorhead end. Face off on the near side is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Lovejoy will have it back behind her own net. Sends it ahead to Shirley, who touches it up. Doesn't quite make it across the blue line before it's flipped back down into the corner. Tossed out the center by Strand. Shirley, far side, Kate to stick. She'll have it knocked away and it'll end up down in the corner. Around to the near side, picked up there by Rhodey. And stolen away at the blue line by the Spuds. Dumped in by Swenson, held up along the near side boards by Peltier. Knocked free by the Spuds. Everett into the zone. Brings it around near side. Centering pass. By Everett. Or by Riddle. So with 14:02, 58 seconds into this game, your Moorhead Spuds have struck first and go up 1-0. Face-off out at center will be between Thomas and Lane. Puck is dumped into the far side corner. Everett gives chase. Around behind the net, Lane will have it in the corner. Steers it back the other direction. She's going to have Janet in her pockets. All the way around top of the slot. She's going to flip it down into the near side corner where Little will pick it up. Near side tossed out to center, handled by Hendrickson. And now Little. Head into the Centennial zone and cleared right back out by Janet. Cleared from the Moorhead end. Taken the other direction by Hockett. Hockett in far side. Brings it around. Tries for the wraparound. Will end up in the near side corner. Centering pass. Retzer gets the shot away that just about goes 5-hole on Sparrow. But she's going to be able to get it covered up. Face-off will come to the near side of the Centennial Spring Lake Park end. Puck is kicked over to the near side wall, handled by Swenson. Flip back down near side to Retzer. Cross ice into the far side corner. It'll come up to Lovejoy on the high point. Centering pass, intercepted by Lee. And Centennial looks to clear. Held in by Lovejoy. Thrown cross ice onto the near side board. Thrown out to center by Young. Lovejoy will have to retreat way back into her own zone to pick it up. Head to Shirley. Shirley brings it in, has the poke checked away by Young. Swenson is almost able to hold his zone, but it slides out, and the Spuds will end up offside. Centennial Spring Lake Park is wearing their black travel sweaters with the red and blue trim. Moorhead is wearing their white-orange sweaters with white and black trim and skating left to right on your radio dial. Puck drop back to Ekron. Ekron ahead to Little, near side or far side. She takes the shot that'll get gloved up by Spurl. Faceoff goes to the far side. But this is a Centennial defensive zone. Up to Ekron at the point. Ekron shot, knocked down in traffic, comes to the near side corner. Held up along the wall, Hendrickson. Knocked out to center and all the way down into the Moorhead zone. It's going to go into the corner where it'll be picked up by Little. No icing. Play will continue. Taking her on back behind the net. Puck comes free and it's going to be cleared out the center by Everett to Lane. Lane has got the breakaway, takes the shot, and Spurl is going to get the save. .42, 1-0 Moorhead lead. Spuds up 4-0 on shots. Face off far side. It's controlled by Moorhead. Swenson cross ice a little. Is picked off as it goes cross ice. Stolen back by Lovejoy. Up to Retzer. To Shirley. Shot. Knocked down in traffic. Puck will end up in the far side corner. Shirley centering pass. Turned back at her. Retzer in the slot. Takes a shot. Cleared out by Jennett. It'll end up all the way out at center. Swenson cross ice, picked off. She's going to give chase with Breyer, and it'll end up all the way down in the inside or the far side corner. Sent out to neutral by the Spuds and flipped right back in by Centennial, and they will go in offside. Face off far side, just outside the Moorhead end between Lane and Thomas. It'll be handled by the Spuds. Ekron's forward pass picked off. Puck ends up deeper down in the Moorhead zone. Jennett. Off the boards ahead to Valella. And chipped into the Moorhead end by Setterholm. Stolen away by Ekron. Slammed off the wall behind the net. Onto the far side boards. Carter can't get a handle on it. Shot put on Kotke will be turned over into the near side corner. Centering pass from there is going to get knocked free. So he's going to get blocked down by Ekron. Lane will come away with it. Lane takes it in hard and fast with the breakaway. And she is going to put it in the back of the net and put the Spuds up by 2. Face-off at center will be between Rhodey and Shirley. Shirley is going to control it. She brings it in on the near side, drops it back to Hockett. Hockett with a shot. Kick save made by Spurl. Puck will end up back behind the net. Gathered up there by Strand. She brings it on to the near side corner. Up to Swenson. Knocked free. Strand is going to come away with it. She tries to drive it down into the slot, but it'll be sent out to center, where Lovejoy will take a handle on it. Sent ahead, back down into the zone. One Spud was still in, so the Spuds will be offside. Taken back out to center for the faceoff. Shirley to Swenson. Swenson off the boards to Hockett. Hockett cross ice, Strand. Strand looks for the shot. Blocked away by Peltier. Will be handled back behind the net by Strand. Up to the point to Swenson. And cleared out by Centennial. Flip down into the Moorhead zone. Swenson's going to give chase down into the near side corner off the wall. It's going to end up with Hockett along the near side boards. Picked off by Rohde, centering pass. Goes all the way across onto the far side boards. At the center, Hockett. Hockett, Shirley, 2-on-1. Hockett takes a shot. Puck is loose. And be sent over to the near side boards by Centennial. Little slap shot. Redirect from Hockett. Kick save made by Spurl. Up to Ekron, far side. Drives the top of the slot. Shot. Knocked away in traffic. Will end up in the near side corner. Cleared out to center by Breyer. Hendrickson will pick it up just inside of her own zone. Ahead to Little. Little backhands it into the Centennial zone. They look to clear. Lane holds it momentarily, and then it's tossed back out to center. Lane, near side, brings it around inside the slot, tries a shot, gets tripped up by Lee. Puck will end up at the far side corner. Centering pass, blocked away in traffic, down behind the net. Lane will have it in the near side corner. Lane up to Hendrickson. Hendrickson tries for the shot, but he gets knocked down in traffic. Will be flipped out to center by Jennett. All the way down into the Moorhead end on the near side corner, and that is what they call icing, folks. So face-off will come back down to the near side of the Centennial end between Thomas and Lane. Lane is going to win the draw. Puck is going to get dropped back behind the net. Carter, centering pass, Lane, shot. Spurl will get that one covered up. 9-1 in favor of Moorhead on shots. 2-0 for a score. 7:40 to go in the first. Face off to the near side between Rohde and Lane. Handled by Centennial. They look to clear it out. It'll be held in by Swenson. Intercepted by Rohde, who sends it out to center. Down into the Moorhead end. Swenson gives chase into the far side corner. She sends it behind the net up to Carter on the near side boards. Carter tries to clear. Rohde takes a shot on Kotke that'll get covered up. And we'll go to the face-off on the near side of the Moorhead end. Face-off between Shirley and Rohde. Sends the puck over to the near side boards to be controlled by the Spuds. Out the center, knocked free by Alyssa Lee from Centennial. And then controlled by the Spuds and carried into the Centennial end. Hockett, near side corner. To Shirley to Hockett. Hockett up to Hendrickson at the point. Back down to Hockett. Back up to Hendrickson. Puck finds its way out to center. All the way down into the Moorhead end. Ekron is going to chase it into the near side corner. Flipped ahead and out to center. It'll be turned right back in the Moorhead end by Setterholm. But she goes in offside. Hockett on the near side boards, picks it up, takes it into the Centennial zone, centering pass. Shirley shot, goes just wide of the net into the far side corner. It'll be gathered up there by Setterholm and taken out to center. Dumped into the Moorhead end. Kotke will step over and send it back behind the net. Swenson will pick it up, slam it off the near side wall. Hockett tries to clear. It'll be picked up by Thomas, who puts a shot on Kotke right into her glove. Face-off will go to the near side of the Moorhead end. Lane wins the draw. The puck will end up along the near side boards. Centering pass, backhand by Setterholm, goes wide of the net and into the far side corner. Little will take control of it there. Tries to clear it out, goes off a skate. Ekman will have it. Up and off the boards to Lane. Lane tries to clear. It's going to get pulled away by Auger. Hendrickson will have it. She'll send it cross ice to Everett, far side. Everett into the zone. Dumps it into the near side corner. Lane is going to go pick it up there. Lane and Thomas fight for it. It'll go back behind the net. Spuds tried to get it up to Ekman. It'll end up being cleared out by Centennial and stolen away by Little at center. Puck onto the near side boards. Lane chips it in. It'll be picked up down in the corner by Peltier. Back beyond the net. She'll lose a handle on it. It'll come around into the corner. And then be turned the other way by Rollmaker. Swenson, far side, looks for the shot. Knocked down in traffic. Little in the slot tries for the shot. And that one also gets knocked away in traffic. Centering pass, loose in the slot. Is turned over into the near side corner by Peltier. And Centennial is able to clear it out to center. Lovejoy ahead to Retzer. Retzer drives his zone, far side, backhand on the side of the net, comes around to Lane. Lane centering pass, Retzer shot, gets redirected in traffic. Lane, one on nobody. She's going to bang one home. So with 4:08 to go, Spuds are up by 3. Face off at center ice between Welkin and Shirley is going to get thrown down into the Centennial zone momentarily and cleared right back out by Jennett. Stolen away at center. Shirley's going to drive the zone, takes the shot. Kick save made by Spurl. Shirley picks up her own rebound back behind the net, sends it up to Lovejoy. Lovejoy down into Retzer. Retzer centering pass, Hawk up to Shirley. Puck still loose right into the 5-hole of Spurl. She'll get it covered up and get the stoppage. 12-3 on shots, 3:42 to go in the first. Face off far side of the Centennial zone. We'll end up with Hockett. Hockett has it knocked free. She'll come back and pick it up, take it over onto the far side or on the near side boards. And it'll be cleared out by Breyer. Breyer and Hendrickson in a foot race down into the corner. Breyer gets there first, tries for the shot. It's going to be blocked by Hendrickson. Spuds are going to come away with it. Cleared out to center. Hockett will have it. Hockett, dangerous cross ice pass. Will be picked up by Retzer. She tries to send it deep, but it'll be turned right back out to center. Ekman ahead to Hockett. Hockett to Shirley, near side. Shirley has it knocked free. It'll end up down in the near side corner. Up and out to center. It'll be once again Shirley who will have it in the corner. Chipped off the wall, down into the near side corner. She drives one, takes a shot that wraps the cage. And the Spuds are up by 4. Half an inch is about all that goal had to go either out or in. Carried down into the Centennial zone by Lane. Shot put on. Spurl is going to get knocked down. Rebound comes loose. And Hockett, or Everett, and Romemaker are having some words right out in front of Spurl. Ref takes them both. Not entirely sure what the call will be. Interference, roughing, delay a game. So 5-on-5 for 2:28 roughly. Well, for 2 minutes, and then we'll have 28 seconds of 5-on. We'll get out in 28 seconds. Never mind. Swenson, near side shot, goes just wide of the net. It'll be handled up back behind and then kicked away by Spurl. Lovejoy along the far side boards. She has it knocked away by Setterholm. Setterholm out through center is going to send it ahead to Villela, who puts a shot on Kottke that goes off the side of the cage. Rhodey tries to turn it down into the corner. It'll be knocked away by Carter. Sent out to center and carried back into the zone by Chloe Rhodey. Puck comes free. So both girls were assessed 2 minutes for roughing. Lane will have it out at center to Retzer. Retzer cross ice. Picked up by Swenson. Swenson brings it into the zone, looks it around, tries to center it up, knocked away in traffic, but goes right on to Spurl, who will get the save, and we'll have the stoppage. 4-0 Moorhead lead, 15-4 on shots, minute 17 to go in the first. Face-off comes to the near side, the Centennial end, between Welkin, and Shirley. Sent all the way across the far side, handled by Ekron up to Hocken. Dropped off for Shirley and cleared out by Centennial. Ekron is going to go pick it up inside of her own zone. At the center to Hocken. Hocken cross ice to Shirley is knocked away by Alyssa Lee. We get dumped down into the far side corner by the Spuds. Ekron, skate to stick, down into the corner. Has it poke checked away by Lee. Shirley will hold it in and send it back behind the net. 35-34. Centennial is able to clear. Puck is going to go the length of the ice. Ref says no icing, so play will continue. Ekron in the corner, tries to clear. Shot from the side by Jennett. Will get knocked down in traffic. Spud cleared out. Pocket into the zone, dumps it in behind the net, and gives chase. Up to Shirley. Shirley has a poke checked away. Taken out to center by Thomas. And that is going to do it for the first. After 1 year, Moorhead Spuds are leading 4-0 and dominating on the shots by a total of 16-4. We'll be back here in just a minute. So after one, your Moorhead Spuds are up 4-0. Face off at center will be between Lane and Thomas. Handled by the Spuds. Lane will have it inside of her own zone. She sends it ahead to Little, far or near side. Taken in to the Centennial end and stolen away by Centennial. Lovejoy will come away with it at center. Down into her own zone. She looks to send it ahead. She'll have to carry it out on her own. Into the Centennial zone near side. Spuds run in offside. Face off will come to the near side, just outside the Centennial end. Far side, excuse me. Shirley's going to win the draw, drops it back to Hendrickson, ahead to Strand. Strand dumps it in, cleared right back out by Rollmaker. Handled up at center by Peltier. She tries to send it ahead. Shirley comes away with it, drives the zone, carries it around back behind the net. Centering pass to Hockett is turned over onto the near side boards. Hockett will have it, sends it up to Eckert. Eckert down in, kicked away onto the far side boards. Hendrickson and Strand will play ping pong. Centering pass, knocked away in traffic, comes up to Eckert. Eckert near side, Shirley shot. So 1 minute and 16 seconds into the second, the Spuds have found the back of the net yet again, putting them up 5-0. Face off at center between Lane and Thomas. Goes right back down into the Centennial end with Everett. Everett back behind the net. Up to Swenson. Swenson shot. Kick save made. Rebound loose. Gets steered back behind the net. Up to Swenson at the point. Swenson shot. Kicked away by Lee. Held in by Lovejoy. Picked up down in the corner by Everett. Fought for by Lee. Put it out to center. Puck comes all the way down into the Moorhead end where it'll be picked up by Lovejoy. Lovejoy looks to clear. Has two Centennial skaters in her pocket. Puck is going to come free. Shot from the side by Setterholm is kicked away by Kopke. The Spuds try to clear. Carter. Everett inside of her own zone to Swenson. Swenson off the near side board up to Lane. Lane has a poke checked away by Thomas. Thomas cross ice to Valella, and she's able to take it out and dumps it into the Moorhead end. Back behind the net, centering pass, shot, redirected by Lovejoy. He held up along the far side corner. Retzer and Rhodey battle for it. Centennial comes away with it. They tried to drive it around into the slot, but it's going to get turned back the other direction. Spuds are able to clear. Strand out to center to Lane. Lane 1-on-2. Retzer comes in to help. Lane will bring it around back behind the net. She's got Lee in her pocket the entire time. We come up to Hendrickson at the point, who takes a shot, but it'll get gloved up by Spurl. Hold on. All right. Faceoff comes to the near side of the Centennial end between Welkin and Shirley. Will be handled by Centennial. Peltier carries it back behind her own net, throws it on the near side boards. It was fought for by Akron. Akron comes away with it. Akron centering pass, turned the other direction by Rowmaker, and Centennial is able to clear. Hendrickson just inside of her own end. Gets pinched up along the near side wall. Hockett will have it. Hockett cross ice to Shirley. Tries to dump it in. She'll have it poke checked away by Jane Rowmaker. Hendrickson to Ekron. Ekron ahead to Hockett. Hockett has it knocked away. Back out through center. It's going to be stolen away by Alexa Strand and sent up to Molly Hockett. Kicked away by Peltier. Shot goes high over the top of Spurl and off the backboards and then onto the far side. Hendrickson. Picked up by Rowmaker, carried back behind the net. Shirley goes after it. Centennial is able to clear. Down into the Moorhead end will be Breyer. She has it poked away by Hendrickson. Centering pass from Rhodey over to Welkin, with Welkin getting the shot on Patke. And Patke will get it covered up. Faceoff goes to the far side of the Moorhead end. Draw is won by Lane. Spuds come away with it. Swenson. Up and off the wall to Everett. Everett looks to clear. It's going to get held up along the near side board, or the far side boards. And Everett and Jennett get into a little bit of a pushing match right in front of the Centennial Spring Lake Park boards. And Everett is going to get sent to the box.
Take the bench.
So that will send Centennial to the power play. Even though it looked like there was a whole lot of shenanigans coming from the Centennial bench as well. Little down into the corner, ahead to Lane. Stolen away by Jennett. She tries for the shot. It's going to get blocked away in traffic. Lane will take it down the other direction. She'll have it poked away by Jennett. And Lee is going to take it the other direction. Lane goes and picks it up. Just inside of her own zone. She's going to bring it all the way down and in. She's going to get tripped up and held up. And Janet will be headed to the box for hooking. So that'll negate the Centennial power play. We'll have a minute 24 of 4-on-4 hockey, and then the Spuds will go to the power play for 36 seconds. Face-off near side of the Centennial zone is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Akron shot the goal. Almost immediately off the face-off from the top of the slot. Akron is going to bury that biscuit. So even strength hockey will continue. Down into the near side corner, it'll be Rowmaker. And then to Villela. And out to center to Akron. Dump back in right onto Spurl. She'll kick it off to the side. It'll be gathered up by Jane Rowmaker. Stolen away by Kate Shirley. Thrown into the near side corner. It's going to take a trip around behind the net and onto the near side boards. It'll get sent out to center by Centerhold. All the way down into the Moorhead end. Cotfield bump it over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson ahead out to Shirley. Puck is going to go all the way down into the Centennial end, but they're going to run it down before the ice. Pocket near side, tries for the shot, knocked away in traffic. Lovejoy is able to hold it, and Centennial looks to clear. Lovejoy up the center. Cross ice is going to be picked up by Thomas and stolen away by Shirley. Shirley, side angle, up and over the net and into the near side corner. Chipped out to center by Breyer. Lane, near side, top of the slot, shot goes just over the top of the net. It'll be handled by Rollmaker there. Knocked out to center by Breyer. Stolen away by Lovejoy, ahead to Hockett. Hockett's cross ice is intercepted and dumped into the Moorhead zone by Rollmaker. Looked to me like you're on the wrong side of the red line, but there is no icing, so play will continue. Lane, near side. Takes the shot. And this time, number 1, Haley Breyer, and number 5 from the Spuds, Maury Lovejoy, are both going to sit in the box. I did not see what was going on.
Red collar.
So faceoff comes just outside the Centennial zone on the near side. Controlled by the Spuds, backhand flipped in by Ekron. Little will go pick it up far side. Up to Lane at the top of the point. Up and off the glass, it'll end up back behind the net with Little. Shot put on, Spurl will get kicked back over to the far side corner. Pendant sends it down in. Puck is loose right out in front of Spurl, and she's able to get an eye on it and get it covered up.
Coincidental success number 5, Marianne Lovejoy Moorhead, and number 1, Haley Breyer from Centennial.
So both Lovejoy and Breyer were called for roughing. 5-on-5 hockey will continue. Puck set up and off the boards. It cleared out to center. Hendrickson will handle it at center. Pocket near side has it knocked away by Welkin. Gets dumped into the Moorhead end, and that one will get called back on icing. 6:36, 6-0 Moorhead, 23-5 in favor of the Spuds. Faceoff comes back into the Centennial SLP zone. Near side showdown between Thomas and Shirley. Shirley wins the draw over to Strand. Slap shot. Little. Rebound Shirley, and that one goes up and over. And the Spuds go up 7-0. The slap shot from Little on the near side resulted in a weird rebound bounce that Shirley was able to toss up and over actually quite literally roll over Spurls up and over her shoulder and down into the goal. Timeout, Centennial. So Centennial Spring Lake Park looks to have pulled their goalie or switched their goalie with number 5, Jane Romaker. Puck goes down into behind the Centennial net. It's going to bounce right in behind Romaker on a shot from the far side. Spuds will go up by 8. I believe that the shot was from Hendrickson. So face-off back out at center is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Picked off by Peltier, sent down through center and handled by Ekron. Ekron ahead to Hockett. Hockett has it knocked free. Peltier will come away with it. Hendrickson with the shot gets blocked away by Rhodey. Thrown down into the near side corner, then sent around behind the net and out to center by Centennial. Hendrickson is going to dump it back in, but she's going to have 2 Spud skaters in the zone already, so the Spuds will be offside. Face off back out at center is going to be Lane and Welkin. So Centennial has switched goalies. Puck is going to end up along the near side boards. Swenson and Peltier fight for it. It gets kicked out to center, tossed right back in by Centennial into their own zone, which will cause the Spuds to be offside. Face-off will come to the near side, just outside the Moorhead end. Welkin and Lane to square up. Welkin is going to win the drop. Centennial is going to come away with it. Peltier tries to chip it into the zone. And this time, there was a whistle. I believe Centennial went offside, but I'm not sure what the call is this time, so we'll stand by. Okay, so now Lane is going to the box. So that'll send Centennial to the power play.
Moorhead 15UBlack, Brooke Lane, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of penalty, 9:54 seconds.
So they assessed number 10, Brooke Lane, with a 2-minute unsportsmanlike. And I'm not sure if Moorhead is now using their timeout or if this is an official's timeout. So Moorhead chose to take their timeout. So 5:06 remaining in the second. Spuds on the penalty kill. And number 30, Natalie Spurl, has returned to the net for Centennial. Face off far side of the Moorhead end is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Little have it back behind her own net. Sends it up along the near side wall. Comes away with it on her own. She takes it down into the zone. Shot. Save made by Spurl. Putt ends up down in the near side corner. Lovejoy near side. Sends it cross ice. It'll be picked off by Welkin and carried out through center and down into the Moorhead end. Dumped into the near side corner, gathered up by Lovejoy. She'll take it back behind the net. Lovejoy ahead to Hockett. That one's going to go the length of the ice. Hockett's not going to be able to run it down, and it'll get called back on icing. Face off far side of the Moorhead end between Swenson and Thomas. He's going to get steered back behind the net and battled for by Thomas and Ekren. Held up back behind the net, centering pass, skated away by Swenson. And Retzer is able to knock it out to center. Centennial tries to chip it back in, but they'll be offside. Faceoff will come to the near side, just outside the Moorhead end, between Thomas and Swenson. Swenson wins the draw. She comes away with it. She goes the other, shows the other direction. 2-on-1, gets the shot on Spurl. Spurl is going to get it covered up. Face off between Thomas and Swenson again. Swenson wins the draw. Over to Ekren, takes a shot. Blocked away in traffic. Will end up on the far side wall. Retzer and Jennett fight for it. Centennial comes away with it. Villela out to center. Stolen away by the Spuds. Handled by Swenson. Swenson chipped in. Far side. She goes after it. Drops it off for Retzer. Retzer top of the slot. Has a poke checked away. Puck ends up back out at center with Ekren. Ekren dumped in. Cleared right back out by Centennial. Poke checked away by Swenson from center home. It'll go down the length of the ice and into the near side corner. The Spuds are back at full strength. Ekren. Lane near side. Starts going the other direction. 3-on-2. She steers around Jennett. Drives the zone. Takes the shot. Spurl makes the save. Puck went high into the air. Swenson comes up with a rebound. Swenson up to Everett. Down into the slot. Lane is going to pick it up and put the Spuds up 9-0. 2:32 to go, second period, 9-0 Moorhead lead, 32-5 on shots in favor of Moorhead. Face off out at center between Shirley and Rhodey. Will end up down to the Moorhead end momentarily and be cleared out by Lovejoy. Shirley in the center face-off circle, backhands it down into the Centennial zone, right onto the stick of Rollmaker, who clears it right back out. Lovejoy up off the boards, held in by Peltier. Cleared out by the Spuds, down into Centennial zone. Centering pass from Everett goes right on to Spurl, who will cover it up. Faceoff comes to the near side of the Centennial end between Rhodey and Shirley. Gets set up to Lovejoy. Held up at the top, the slot, or up the corner. Sent down into the slot, turned over to the near side corner. Everett from behind the net, centering pass to Shirley. Spurl makes a save. Face-off goes to the far side between Rhodey and Lane. Spuds control, centering pass, nobody home. It'll come on to the near side corner. Strand. A little bit too much power on it, and it ends up out at center ice. And Peltier will have it and dump it into the Moorhead end along the near side wall. Picked up by Lovejoy. Lovejoy looks to send it out. It'll be intercepted by Young. Strand will gather it up near side, toss it out to center. Rollmaker will dump it right back in, and Centennial will be offside. Minute 23 to go here in the second. Make sure you stick around during intermission, where we will be highlighting our freshman skaters and the shenanigans that the parents are pulling off this weekend, specifically for this game. Eckerd backhands it out of her end up to Lane, near side at center. She drives zone, loses the handle on it. Not entirely sure what the whistle was for. Okay, there we go. Now I understand. Number 17, Ella Auger, is headed to the box. Nope, not Auger. It's going to be number 2, Alyssa Lee, will be guilty of the hooking penalty, so that'll send the Spuds to the power play for the remainder of the period. Strand near side, centering pass, goes all the way across onto the far side boards. Villela looks to clear. Hendrickson was there to hold. Down into the corner, Lane. Lane, all the way across to Ekron. Ekron, centering pass, nobody home, goes over to the far side wall. Cleared out to center. Strand along the far side boards. Gets pinched up right in front of the Moorhead end. Hockett comes away with it, takes the shot right into the chest protector of Spurl, who will get the save. 23.9 seconds. Faceoff goes to the far side of the Centennial end between Chloe Rhodey and Kate Shirley. Shirley wins the draw, sends the puck over on the near side boards. Retzer tries to send across ice. It's going to get turned out to center by Welkin, And pinched up just outside the zone by Lovejoy. Welcome. Shirley and Retzer come over to help. Shirley. Just inside the Moorhead zone. Little's going to control, and the clock is going to run out. So that will do it for 30 minutes of hockey. Girls are going to go take a little breather. Make sure you stick around. We're going to highlight the freshman skaters and the parental shenanigans. After two, your Moorhead Spuds are up by a score of 9-0, 34-5 on shots. They will start the third on the power play for 57 seconds. Stick around. We'll be back in just a little bit. minutes in the book, 15 minutes to go. This will be a running clock period as your Moorhead Spuds are up by a dominating 9-0 lead. They will start the power play for 50. They will be on the power play for 57 seconds. Hendrickson and Lovejoy left and right. Echoing to center it up. Little and Lane back on D. Key in net for the Spuds. Puck will be sent around back behind the net where Ekron will pick it up. Stolen away by Peltier. Out in front of Spurl. Couple of quick shots. And she's going to get the rebound covered up and hold this game. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Face off far side between Ekron and Welkin. He'll get sent over onto the far side wall and handled by Peltier. Picked up along the near side boards. It'll be handled by Rollmaker and fought for by Little. Rollmaker will come away with it. Rollmaker out through center, drives it down into the zone. Center pass picked off by Lane. And knocked free by Welkin. Near side all the way across. Hard slam off the near side wall. It's going to go the length of the ice. Spuds will be, or Centennial will be back at full strength. We'll be down to 13, 37, 36, 35. Face off far side will be Everett and Thomas. It's going to be controlled by Centennial. Chip back down deep by Jennett. Pocket will have it. Knock it ahead to Strand. Strand over to Everett. Kicked right back out by Jennett. Knock it. Valella stolen away by Everett. Dumped in on the near side. Kicked down into the far side corner by Hockett. Puck is going to slide out through center. That one's going to go all the way down to the other end and be called back on icing. Shirley will give chase and pick it up back behind her own net. Ekman back behind the net. Off the wall to Swenson, who tries to clear it. Will be sent out to center by Jennett. And we now have a Centennial skater down who went into the boards a little hard on the near side. So we're going to take an official's timeout. As number 10, Kyber Valella took a bad spill in the corner. Thankfully, she was able to skate off under her own power. 11:55-54 running clock. Face off just outside the Moorhead end on the far side. Lovejoy to center it up. Dump back in behind the Moorhead net. It'll be Lane who picks it up. She sets up shop, looks for the outlet pass. Sends it ahead to Retzer, who takes it out to center. Puck comes free. Retzer and Lee fight for it. Thrown back behind the Centennial net. Retzer centering pass, knocked down in traffic. Centennial is able to clear. Little cross ice to Lane. Lane ahead is picked off by Naimi. Dumped into the near side corner. Setterholm is able to come away with it. He takes the shot on Cottonfield, and Cottonfield gobble it up. Face off near side is going to be controlled by Centennial, stolen away by Everett. She'll carry it out through center. Near side, down into the Centennial zone. They have it poke checked away by Jennett. Everett to Ekron, side angle shot, kicked off by Spurl. Breyer looks to clear, held in by Hockett. Bounced around, top of the slot. Hockett will have it. Kicked free by Lee down into the corner. Hockett tries to center it. Lee is there to knock it free. Ekron has it up to Hendrickson on the center. That gets kicked away back down into the corner by Spurl. And now throwing the length of the ice, but Shirley is going to be able to run it down well before it makes it down to the other end. Shirley out through center. Right through the top of the slot, has it poked away by Jennett. Strand comes away with it, sends it down into the corner. Up to Swenson. Swenson shot, kicked away by Spurl. Spurl gets it covered, gets the rebound covered up. Faceoff will be near side. Far side. Between Swenson and Thomas. And along the far side, Strand. She tries to set it up. It's going to get knocked down by Peltier. Cross ice into the near sides. It's going to be held in by Little. Picked up by Rollmaker. Centering pass turned away by Peltier. Far side sent out through center. Little is going to give chase along with Ella Auger. But it's going to make it all the way to the other end before they can catch up and get called back on icing. And once again, Lovejoy is headed to the box. Not entirely sure why. So face off in the near side of the Moorhead end is going to be controlled by the Spud. Shirley will carry it around back behind the net. Carter tries to chip it out. It'll be held in by Peltier. Lovejoy's penalty is cross-checking. Shot from number 9, Ingrid Welkin from the top of the slot is going to be kicked down and covered up by Kotke. Face-off will come back over to the near side. Ekron and Welkin. Shirley will once again take it right back behind the net. Carter tries to flip it out. This time she does. Ekron center ice. Far side. Tries to send it down in, but it's going to get knocked into the far side corner. Centering pass out to Carter. Carter shot. Kick save made by Spurl. Welkin will have it down in the corner with Carter and fight with it with the Carter. Pocket steps in to help. This time it'll be picked up by Taylor Young. To Rollmaker. Out through center. Stolen away by the Spuds and sent back the other direction. Peltier right inside, deep inside of her own zone, right in front of Spurl. Out to center, sends it ahead. It's going to be picked up again by Lane. Lane has it knocked away by Welkin. Down into the near side corner. It's going to get tossed around back behind the net. Retch will have it to the far side. Retcher and Welkin fight for it. Lane comes away with it, flips it up and off the wall. When she tries to carry it out, Peltier sends it back down into the far side corner, around back behind the net. Thrown behind the net by Rhodey. Lane has it along the near side, stripped away by Breyer. Breyer brings it around and takes the shot. It's going to get gloved up by Kotke. We are down to 5 3/4 minutes. Shirley and Thomas near side of the Moorhead end, 4-4. Puck ends up back behind the net with Ekron. Ekron to Strand, far side. Strand tries to clear. It's going to be held in by Thomas and stolen away by Shirley. Shirley going the other direction. She's going to take it around down into the far side corner. Centering pass, kick saved by Spurl. Then it's sent over onto the near side wall. Settled down by Ekron, dumped back into the corner. Gathered up there by Jennett, sent along the near side wall. Ekron turns it right back down into the corner. Pocket. Top of the slot, Shirley. Backhands off the wall. Jennett tries to clear. Lovejoy is there to hold. Back behind the net, centering pass, comes up to Ekron at the top of the slot, shot in the goal. 4:45, 10-0 Moorhead lead. .425, 24, 23. Face off at center between Lane and 90. He's going to be controlled by the Spuds. Lane, shot, goes just wide of the net. Everett goes back in and picks up the rebound. Lane gets tripped up by, I believe it was the goalie. Lane back behind the net. Puts the brakes on, stops it up along the near side boards. Tries to center it up. It's cross ice pass. Is going to be picked off by Jennett. She's going to take it all the way to the other end and down into the corner. Stolen away by Little. Picked off by Welkin. Centering pass is going to be knocked free by Lane. Thrown out to center. It'll be picked up by Rhodey. Near side, thrown right back out to center by Hendrickson. Swenson, off the boards, Everett. Tosses it ahead. Lane is going to bring it in near side, takes a slap shot that's going to go round back behind the net. We'll be down to exactly 3 minutes. Lane and Rhodey. Swenson's going to come away with it. Swenson drives the zone. She brings it around, looks for the shot, takes the shot. Puck comes free. Lane tries to chip it in. It's going to get knocked away in traffic by Rhodey. Out to center. Just inside the Moorhead end. Kicked right back out to center. Lane is going to have it. Along the near side wall. Dumped down into the corner. Lane and Romaker fight for it. Back behind the net. We have a whistle. Lane is headed to the box. So that'll put Centennial back on the power play. Pocket and Thomas to face off. Shot on Kottke goes high over the net. Lovejoy will have it. Out to center. It'll be Hockett. Dumps it in back behind the net and gives chase. Picked up by Centerholm. Cross ice over to Rhodey, who takes it down in the Moorhead end and puts a shot on Kottke that goes just wide of the net. Pocket going back the other direction. Top of the slot. Shot. Kick save made by Spurl. It'll be picked up down in the corner by Rowmaker. Spuds are going to have it. Hockett shot. She's going to bring it around and carry it in and put it away. "45 seconds to go on a running clock. 33 seconds left on the Centennial power play. Face off at center is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Retzer will dump it in. Cleared right back out by Jennett. Little. Cross ice to Carter. Carter in far side. Down into the corner. Retzer and Lee will fight for it. Spuds back at full strength. Held up down in the corner. Retzer comes away with it. Knocked free. And that is going to do it for this semifinal game. Your Moorhead Spuds are set for the championship game against Brainerd tomorrow morning. I believe, if I remember correctly, at 9 a.m. So after a rather ugly half of the second and third period, your Moorhead Spuds are going to come away victorious by a final of 11-0, 43-7 in favor of the Spuds on shots. We will be back in action tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. versus Brainerd. Winner advances to the state championship, the state tournament in 2 weeks. Loser will go on to play again at 4 p.m. to fight for the second seed. So that is going to wrap things up from the Runestone Community Center in Alexandria, Minnesota, and this semifinal game. For my camera operator, Lisa Swenson, I'm Seth. We'll see you tomorrow at 9. This has been a production of Krabby Toad Studios. We'll see you again real soon.